Hey, I'm back, and today let's talk about what's up in Japan. So this is actually going to be the final What's Up in Japan. I'm sorry to those that like this, but to be honest, this takes lots of editing time, etc. And one of the things I'm worried about is it's taking me a long time to put these out, and sometimes the news gets kind of old. So I think I'll be switching to kind of a different format. So instead of doing one video at the end of the month with lots of different stories, I'll probably just try to do one or two short stories like I've been doing, so you won't be able to see my face. But hopefully this will be better for everyone. Sorry for those that like this, but let's make this last one a good one. So the first one is about a mayor from the city of Beppu. And so for those that don't know, Tokyo is doing really well, and Osaka's doing really well, Yokohama's doing pretty well, even Kyoto's doing pretty well, but lots of the smaller cities in Japan, you know, they can't get people to go there, they don't have enough money, their population is decreasing, so they're trying to think of new ways to get people to come. The mayor of Beppu said, I know, I'm going to make an onsen amusement park. He actually called it WUIJ, I believe. For those that don't know, WUIJ actually means amusement park in Japanese, but in this case they use the kanji yu, which means hot water, so it kind of makes sense with the whole onsen hot spring theme. And you can see it here. I'll show a video. And he said if he gets 1 million views, he's going to try to make this. And he actually got 1 million views in a really short time. I think it's like 4 days or like a week or something it's passed. I don't know how many it's got since then, but please go check it out. And now the mayor has said he promises he's going to try to make this a reality, but I don't know. In the video it looks crazy because people are wearing like towels inside onsens, which you really aren't supposed to do. But I understand for the video because like women, you can't just show like a woman with bare breasts in the video. But I don't know, is it supposed to be like a swim park where you wear your swimsuit or something? I don't really understand, but hopefully it'll be good. And supposedly it's going to use real onsen water, so personally I want to ride this onsen roller coaster where you're sitting in water, but it seems kind of dangerous, but who knows? We'll see. Maybe it'll come to fruition and everything will be great. The next one is a crazy one. I couldn't believe this when I heard about it, but apparently some English person in Japan bit off a Japanese person's nose. At first I heard this, I was like, what? They bit off their nose? And then I was like, wait, what's the backstory behind this? And the backstory was even worse than the initial story. Apparently this English guy was in Caesarea, which for those that don't know, is a like cheap Italian restaurant in Japan. And he's in there and he's doing archery. Apparently there's a couch and he took out a bow and arrow and was just shooting arrows, like I don't know if it's into the couch or at the wall or whatever. And a Japanese person comes over to him and they're like, hey, don't shoot arrows inside Caesarea. Which really nobody should ever have to say that to you. And English person apparently got angry and this Englishman bit this Japanese person in the nose. I think it might have bit his nose off or part of his nose off, which I thought, this is really out of control. And part of it I think is Japanese hospitality. I think lots of Japanese people really want to be kind and they like that very slow, calm, calculated approach. But in this case, didn't work out. So I would advise people in the future, if you see someone doing that, instead of going up to them nicely and calmly, just go and, you know those like fake wine bottles they have all over Caesarea? Just grab one of those and smash it over the person's head. If that happened, all of this would be solved and everyone would be happy, except for probably that English person who got the wine bottle smashed over his head. But another crazy story was a man who was looking for a job interview. He was unemployed and he thought, this is my chance. I can, start becoming a productive member of society with this job. So he goes into the job interview and the president of the company actually interviewed him. But unfortunately, because he's the president, he's also busy and he has other things to do. So a few times he actually had to leave the room during the interview. And the interview finishes and afterwards the man goes home and the president is working his company And after work, he goes and he checks all his stuff and checks his wallet, and he's like, What happened? I was supposed to have like 50,000 or 80,000 yen, which is the equivalent to like $500 to $700, but it was just missing. And he's like, look, there's no way I just lost this, 50,000 yen. And so he goes and checks the tapes, and the person that interviewed from the job just stole his money. And you think, like, that's pretty stupid, but, who knows? Like, maybe he just needed the money. But the even stupider part was he put his name and address on the application form. So, of course, when the president saw this, he's like, who is this I interviewed? Oh, here's his name, here's his address and phone number. I'm calling the cops. And the person was immediately arrested for doing this. And then afterwards, when they asked this guy, like, why did you do that? He's like, I wanted the money. But it's not just that. I actually wanted to work there too. It seemed like a nice place. So, I hope he likes working in jail, because that's where his next place of employment's going to be. Another crime story that's getting kind of a mixed reaction is about two men, and they decided they're going to try some new innovative business. For those that don't know, there's a big problem in Japan with men touching women on trains and also taking pictures up women's skirts using their cell phones. They've tried to stop this for years, but it's been really difficult because, one, you can't always, catch these people. You think with touching you would be able to, but sometimes they can't. But with taking a picture up somebody's skirt, it's a little bit difficult. They have special rules here for cell phones, so now they aren't allowed to have cell phones that take pictures quietly just because of this reason. Like, cell phones have to make a noise now. So it's a little bit annoying for that reason, but I understand why they do that. Still, people continue to do this. These two men said, we're going to use this to make some money. What they did was they waited on train platforms, which is oftentimes a place where people that shoot upskirt videos wait. And as women would go up and down the escalators, these men would wait at the tops and bottoms of the escalators and look for men doing this. Then, if they saw a man doing this, when he's at the top of the escalator, they would say, hey, I saw you taking a picture of that woman's skirt. What do you think you're doing? And of course, the man would say, what? I'm sorry, I didn't mean to do that. I'll give you something. And these two men would say, okay, if you give me some money, maybe I'll overlook it and I won't call the police. And so they extorted many men out of money this way. And they eventually got caught because one man, they did this, and the man gave them like $500, equivalent about $500 or $300. And then they said, we don't think that's quite enough. We want about 10 million yen, which, or not sure, a million yen, which is about $10,000. And so at that point, he gave them the money, but then he's like, I don't care if I'm taking pictures up women's skirt. I don't care if I go to jail. I can't pay that money. So eventually he called the police, and the police caught these two. And there's a mixed reaction online because some people say, like, of course, this is terrible because you shouldn't be extorting people out of money. Other people thought, I don't care. At least if you're going to extort people out of money and stop people from doing things, these are the best people to do it to. So I'll leave it up to you. Do you think this is good for society because it gets rid of this problem? Or do you think it's bad because they're extorting money? The last thing I want to talk about is just kind of a silly one. So recently I've been enjoying the Bruno Mars 24 Karat Magic, and I saw recently there's like 3 old women dancing to it. There's a video of it online. They're doing like hip-hop dance online. So if you see that, you can check it out. Part of it's good, some of the moves aren't so good. I think it doesn't look as good because they're wearing kimonos, which you can't really move in, so you can't see how somebody's body's moving. So I was like, it's kind of interesting. I like the song, so I like the spirit of it. But apparently, one of the women, she's 61 years old, and she's a professional dancer. And I saw another video she did, and it was actually really good. So I'll show some of that up here too. So definitely go check that out if you're a fan of this song, or if you'd like to see senior women dancing. I thought it was interesting, at least. So that's it for this edition, and that's it for the series also. If you have any questions or comments, let me know. Thank you to everyone for watching this, and also thank you for getting me over 300 subscribers. I'm happy people are watching. Since I'm ending this, I'll try to do news stories more often. I'm usually doing them on Fridays and Saturdays now, but I'm going to try to do these more, and I'm going to try to do more reaction videos, etc. So if there's other things you like, let me know. But until then, see you.